Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm gonna let a couple people log on and I'm gonna talk about something that me and my husband have been working on. And I actually just got him involved with it. I was kind of winging it and he's helped me now and I've kind of got a system down. So I wanna go over with you guys something y'all have never been trained on as leaders. I'm really excited about this new coaching option that basically I decided to do because, to be honest, I'm just gonna be real. The way that my head works, I'm always in my head a lot of the times. I have like severe phone anxiety. So I'm gonna start right there, like severe phone anxiety with people I don't know. Like if you know me, you have never heard my phone ring. Justin, have you ever heard my phone ring? It stays on silent. I don't answer even my own family's calls sometimes. I literally have phone anxiety. And when I started doing coaching calls in 2017, so let me walk you guys through this. So me and Justin created what's called coaching calls in 2017. So if you've seen Coach the Coach, or AIM was our old system that I've actually deleted AIM. So we just have Coach the Coach, and it is a way that you can work with your people. So y'all comment if you're with me. If you've been aware of Coach the Coach, if you know what I'm talking about, drop me a comment. And so in saying that, I was doing calls every month from 2017 on. I took a year off in 2020 because I was literally so critically burnt out, mostly because I was repetitively working with the same people that just weren't doing the actions I was telling them to do, yet I kept working with them. So that contributed to a lot of my burnout, not in a bad way, but as a leader, you have to know when you just have to cut a situation off. And I didn't know how to cut off working with certain people. So I continued to have this phone anxiety, and I'm saying this just to be real because I feel like a lot of leaders have phone anxiety, and what it ends up doing is paralyzing you from even working with your leaders and pulling them. And so this year I made a choice. I said I'm not doing phone coachings every month. I said I'm going to do them every other month. And what I decided was, in between those months that I was not doing coaching calls, I was going to do text action plan calls with people that I pulled. So just to be clear too, when you are working with someone, you need to be very intentional and you need to pull their numbers. You need to look at their engagement on the team page, leadership page, group page. And you also need to see, well, including in numbers, is sales and recruiting. Did they earn sensational start? Did they certify? Numbers do not ever lie. So now what I'm doing is on those off months, like I said, where I am not getting on the phone with people, as I'm doing what's called a text action plan. I just shared, I took out the leader's name that I was working with this morning, love her to death, but it wasn't time for us to get on the actual phone because I looked at her numbers and I knew, and this is key, we've got to stop getting on the phone and making false promises with people that you're leading when you know that they have a lot of work to do. I think it's very, very important when you guys are, and I'm speaking more to upper leaders right now, directors and above, you have got to stop getting on the phone with people when you know you've pulled their numbers and those numbers do not acquire a phone call. Maybe they need a text action plan. Why? You're going to see why. When you guys see what I posted when I did her PRV action plan and her recruiting action plan, we didn't even do a leadership action plan, and she's a director. You know why? Because I care far more about her personal business than I do with what she's doing on her team page every day. You know why? The team is looking at her. They're looking at how she's working. They're looking at how she's succeeding. When a leader stops working and stops succeeding, it is like a virus that drains down to the team without that leader even knowing it. So my focus with the text action plan is really to work with my leaders that are a bit more fragile, that I want to see what are you going to put into your business based off, and everything is based off the 3 legs. I want to emphasize that. So what are the 3 legs? Y'all comment for me and tell me what the 3 legs are. Because I want other leaders on here to start learning this verbiage of these are the 3 legs. This is what we focus on. This is what Anchored Sense does. And so in saying that, and we are making a document that is a text coaching plan outline. I'm going to upload it here for you guys because I care about you, because Justin cares about you, and because we want you guys understanding what you need to be focusing on with people when you are working with them, and where the focus needs to be and what activities do they need to be doing, right? So, okay, good. So y'all are commenting on the 3 legs of success. So those are the 3 legs of success, okay? PRV, sponsoring, and coaching and leading, okay? Perfect. Sales, sponsoring, coaching. Got it, Brianna. So in saying that, it's very important. I want to emphasize this. When you are working with someone in your downline, whether it's your front line or whether it's your downline, when you're working with someone, even if it's a lot of you guys, a lot of us have certified consultants that need drastic help, right? Which is why I created Launch to Leadership, which I've posted here. You can search it and it'll pop up. But also what I realized was a lot, and it's not even certifieds. It's the star to directors. Stars, superstars, and directors are really struggling right now. They're really, really struggling. And it's because they lost the grasp of really foundational sales and really foundational sponsoring and meshing those with great follow-up systems so it's duplicatable, replicatable, and consistent. When you lose the foundation of sales and sponsoring, it does not matter how bad someone wants to lead. And I'm talking probably to somebody on here right now. It doesn't matter how bad you want to lead. If you're not leading by example, you need to stop the brakes and you need to get back to 2,000 in sales and 2 recruits a month. So with this text coaching plan, what this is going to allow you guys to do is, number 1, you're not going to have that phone anxiety. If you have phone anxiety like me, this is a great way for you to build relationships with people that are on your team, and maybe they have phone anxiety. Maybe they don't want to get on the phone with you either. That's why they're saying no. But they would be a lot more agreeable to, hey, I would love to do a text action plan with you. And what that means is A, B, C, and D. Again, Justin is typing up right now, and this will be on YouTube, so we'll put it in the comments as well, what our text action plan is going to be. Okay? Well, are we going to put it on YouTube? I don't trust people, so we probably won't put it on YouTube. But what our text action plan is going to be. So it'll be on this page. But because I do believe you guys do need to learn how to communicate with your downline. You need to learn the right questions to ask your downline, right? I don't expect you guys to know what to say to a certified when you're trying to get them to lead when you've not been coached by me on what to say. And something that I've been getting frustrated with lately, but that I'm starting to realize it's a me thing that I need to educate y'all on is what you guys need to be replicating down. You guys are leaders. So there are activities that you've got to be implementing down. And if you're not implementing them down because you're not doing the actions, or we have a whole lot of people that sell like crazy, but your active frontline is trash because you're not working with them, right? And I said what I said, and that's fine because that's the truth. But the reality of that is that you have to work with these people. You can't work with everybody, but the people that you're going to work with, a text action plan is a great way to get your foot in the door and to see if they're going to be receptive. So you guys will see on this page, there's examples of literally a live text action plan I did today with a director. I gave her PRV goals. I gave her recruiting goals. Okay. But I did not talk about leadership. I don't need her doing all these leadership things. I need her foundationally getting her business together so she can lead out of truth and out of actions. Okay. As leaders, we should be leading by example. What does example literally mean? Right? Example. What example do they see from you? You're the example. And I think that we forget we are the example. And you have to put your feelings aside for your dreams. You have to put those temporary feelings aside for those 2-year and 5-year dreams. Temporary feelings are going to tell you, oh, I'm not going to work with them. They don't want to do nothing. You don't know that. Have you reached out to them? Have you asked them, do you want to take it far in Scentsy? Again, you're going to see the verbiage, like the language in this text coaching guideline that me and Justin are making for y'all. So you guys can see it's all about getting their goals, seeing why they wanted to do the action plan in the first place, and then talking with them starting from the 3 legs. So you're starting with PRV. What are your goals in PRV? How do you want to get there? Do you know that if you sell 200 or 2,000 in PRV, if you sell 2,000, you're already going to make a $600 paycheck? Do your certified consultants know that? You don't have to just do action text calls or action planning text. You don't have to just do those with lead consultants. We need to start doing these and implementing these kinds of things with our certified consultants. So you can really see, okay, who has what it takes? And guess what? If they want to grow, As a certified consultant, you send them Guide to Growth. You send them the Launch to Leadership I've shared with you, okay? The problem too with a lot of leaders right now is they're focusing on a lot of fluff, okay? They're focusing on a lot of things that don't matter. And if it ain't sales and it ain't recruiting and it ain't leading, I don't care. I don't care about a fancy flyer on Canva. I don't care about if you made the best recruit flyer in your life, and I don't care about cleaning buckets. I want to know how many people you've recruited this month, and I want to know why you're not halfway to your 2,000 in sales. Those are the things that are going to build a business. Fluff doesn't build a business. Fluff doesn't build a business. And so what is so important about getting your foot in the door, and why I love this concept of text action plans, is that when you get a foot in the door with this person and they tell you, yeah, I want to know more, then you can share resources with them. Then you can ask them, do you know what annual sales is, and do you know what annual mentor is? Because you should be tracking that. Can you tell me what your where you're at with annual sales? Well, what is that? Well, go back to May 1st of 2021, and every month I want you to calculate your PRV up until this month and subtract it by 30,000. That's how far away you are from annual sales. This is the verbiage that we need to be having with, honestly, a certified that wants to recruit should be tracking it. Every certified should know about annual sales and should be tracking it. So I want you guys to think about it like this. If you're not doing anything like that with your potentials, with your leaders, and what me and Justin are going to start calling a danger zone, which is lead to SSC, is what we have seen as the danger zone, which is where a lot of people don't get paid at title and a lot of consultants don't make it out of that. And our goal is to help you guys have tools and resources to understand, number one, you have to have conversations with your downline and with your frontline that can succeed, and give them the tools so they can lead. You cannot depend on your SSDs, your uplines, leadership pages to train your leaders. It's almost like ass backwards. You want people to do the work for you, but you want to get paid. And that's not it. You need to be the one that is implementing and doing these action plan calls or text. So what is it? So you can help them make a plan. That's the purpose of an action call, which is a coaching call. I just call them action calls because what I learned is I was coaching a lot of people, but they weren't doing actions after. So I changed the wording, just so you guys know. That I don't know if I've ever explained that. I decided to change it to action plans, and you guys have seen the sheet. We have shared the sheet for action plans, but the reason we did that, did we come up with that together? I don't remember. Yeah, me and Justin were talking about it, I think, and I was just like, they're not, and after 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, after 5 years of doing coaching calls and seeing kind of the same repetitive behaviors that were not growing their business, I realized, okay, they're not doing the right actions, so I need to start talking to people about actions they're doing, okay? Actions that are going to work. Because if your sales are $62 for this month as a leader and you're not concerned with that, but you're saying you have parties, I want to know what kind of parties you're having, because something is off with that. That doesn't add up. So also what a texting action plan will do is you guys will be able to hold your people under you accountable. Start a text action plan with a certified consultant and help them get to 2,000. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm going to text you and teach you how to be a superstar director. No, start small, mini habits. Certified consultant, the text action plan for them could be, okay, let's talk about getting to 2,000 PRV a month so you can make 600 a month without recruiting, okay? And then let's also talk about annual sales, and let me tell you how to track it. That is 2 things that could literally grow a leader, and y'all don't even realize that. And you can do that with a certified consultant. And some of y'all are sitting back over here and you're like, I don't want to work with so-and-so. Well, guess what? You're a leader. You're a leader, and that's what you signed up for. And them watching my trainings or them watching other SSD's trainings is not going to do it for them. Why? Because I'm not their sponsor. You are. They trust you. They're looking to you for guidance. And so, did I miss anything? Because I'm going to put this on YouTube. So, again, my hope is that you guys, yeah, and we can't work with them all because we need to work with the people that are working. That's a whole other training. But we don't need to be working with all of them. We need to be working with the people that are putting forth an effort, because we need to work with gains, not drains. Okay, so there's a difference too. We don't need to be working with everybody. We don't need to be working with people that are not booking parties, that aren't open to listening to you, that are doing the same actions, they're not selling. You know what I mean? I wish I could work with them all. I wish I could work with all of y'all, but it's not possible. That's why I have a YouTube channel, so you guys can get my resources. That's why we have this page. So there is a way to maximize to your communication to your downline without texting every one of them and doing all of those things. But yeah, I'm excited about this. Again, I'm doing these every other month, so I get on the phone on the opposite months. And then I do the texting action plans in the months between because my brain needed a break. I could not do it. I could not do it. My anxiety couldn't do it. And it came from years of working with the wrong people and giving them the wrong activities or giving them no activities at all. And so I realized I needed to switch it up because I want to reach a lot more people. I want to help a lot more people this year. And with the text action plan, guys, the whole time I was doing my text action plan call today, we were building our action plan system, and I was also working. I was doing all of that while I was texting. So it also frees you guys up. If you're like, oh, well, I work a full-time job. Okay, well, I can bet your butt. If I was a nurse on the floor, I would be doing text action plans every single week. It would have been my thing. I'm mad, Justin, that we did not start with those because I probably would have been a lot more successful because I would walk in the door on the phone after work. How many times, Justin? Many times. I would stay in the car. He'd have to come get me because I was stuck on the phone. So this frees up your time. It increases that confidence in you. So you don't feel like I've got to get on the phone. It builds relationship. You can start with small tasks. I want you guys to follow the 3 legs of success when you're talking with these people. If you are working with leaders, do not work on their leadership leg if their PRV and their recruiting is off. And I want you guys to realize that, I'm here to help y'all. I'm here to give y'all the tools, and I'm here to give y'all the tips on what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, you have to implement it. I don't own your business. I'm not your boss. I'm not your like dictator. I can't make you work. But what I will say is this has already, I know myself, me, Katie Lassiter, and Amber Ryan are all doing text action plans. All three of us. And we are loving it. Amber's doing one right now. And so we're loving it. And I want to start creating systems for you guys that are mentally duplicatable. Okay? Because let me end with this. Just because something is duplicatable does not mean it's mentally sane to do. Okay? And I could do calls every month, but was that mentally healthy for me? Absolutely not. And I was working with the wrong people. So there's a twofold. If you're working with the wrong people, and if you're overexhausting getting on the phone with people, you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out. And so at the end of the day, you guys just need to realize that, everything I'm trying to teach you guys are ways to help you guys not only get to where I'm at, but for you to also be able to mentally handle it. Because I'm telling y'all right now, this ain't for the faint of heart. I'm going to be really honest. We're not playing house in here. This is real stuff. And so in order for me to be able to move forward and to stay a successful consultant in my personal business and with y'all, I had to stop doing calls every month. It was not sustainable for my mental health at all. So keep that in mind. If you're scared to start with a text action plan. And I think, is there anything you want to add? And I think that's it. All right, guys, bye.